Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Prince Magnum channel where hot rodding and romance do coexist. I'm your host, Prince Magnum. Welcome to another one of my live streams, and welcome to none other than Surviving Romance. And today's hey, what's going on, Queen? In today's Surviving Romance, we're going to be doing open face sandwiches, but not just any open face sandwiches. We're definitely going to be using. Oh, thanks, Queen. Thank you. We're going to be doing it with homemade bread. Homemade bread. I basically made up a loaf of homemade bread last night and finished it up today. And this is regular, just bread flour, yeast, water, honey, salt, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So hang on, just what's going on? Think different. So here is our loaf of bread. Freshly baked today. All right? Freshly baked. Already, I know some of you are going, holy crap, you made a brand new loaf just for this? Yeah. Princess Faye was going absolutely nuts. You know, after this pandemic's over, I'm going to have to come see you in TFZ Gaming. Princess Faye and I are going to have to jump in the car, come see you guys. And I got a funny feeling that, feeding the kitty cats or otherwise it'll drive me nuts. I got a funny feeling that I'll have to bring a loaf of homemade bread. Ice cream won't travel that far. We're all the way in Missouri. So, sorry, I'm running a little bit behind today, you know, like 15 minutes behind. But ironically enough, I had one of those important phone calls that I kind of had to take real quick. It was the Sunnies. There was some stuff going on with some members of the Sunnies, and they just needed a good sounding board. And there I was, and of course, after the live stream, I'll be talking with one of the members of the Sunnies, and hopefully, I might be able to give some good, strong suggestions on how to deal with some possible issues going on in her particular life. I won't go any further because that's not how anonymity works. That's not how it works. I can tell on me, but I can't tell on them, All right, that sounds like a plan. I'll have to bake up a fresh loaf of bread and bring it with me because I've gotten pretty good at it, getting real good at baking up bread. But anyhow, so that's I was running a little bit behind today, but that's okay. Sometimes you got to run behind, to hopefully help out other people and to listen to them, and hopefully you can make a difference, That's all any of us can do is hope that we can make a difference. So, there we have that little bit of information. I go back to work tomorrow after a 3-day weekend, and I'll be honest with y'all. It has been a nice 3-day weekend. It's been a nice change of pace. I did get a phone call yesterday from one of my, from the guy who backs me up on maintenance. He gave me a phone call yesterday. He couldn't find a particular key. I was like, oh, it's real easy. And told him where to find it. And he's like, oh, yeah, that's it. So I got to, basically I got that phone call, where I'm on call 24/7 for my job, That's one of them things. What's going on, Charlie? Welcome to the live. There we go. Oh, and Filming's in here. Well, it's good to see y'all. It's going to definitely be an interesting live stream. Like I said, I baked up a fresh loaf of bread, homemade bread. And today we're going to use it to make some open face sandwiches. I'm going to be basically, what's going on, Midnight Cool? Basically, I'm also going to use a particular item in today that there's a lot of people I smoke the little cigars because if I smoke regular if I smoke regular cigarettes, I'll go through 2.5 packs a day. These I don't smoke as much. So Queen gets on to me all the time about smoking. You know, my health, my singing voice, but it is hard for me to quit smoking. It is very hard. You know, if I go to quit smoking, I'll have to probably lock myself in a room for about 2 weeks straight. Just to get over the withdrawals. How you doing, Miss Kelly? Oh, we got some wonderful people getting ready to poke in tonight. Midnight Cool, we got Miss Kelly, we got Sonny's in the chat. Okay. For those who do not know, I am a part of a group that we're on Facebook and we are on here on YouTube. Some of us are content creators, some of us are just supporters of the content creators. But it's really all about building us up, you know, building each other up and building everyone else up too. And that's what the Sunnies is all about. So when I had the opportunity to join this wonderful group of individuals that are all about helping build people up and, you know, about supporting each other and supporting everyone, really. I mean, we do that. I had to throw my name in the hat and say, I'd like to sign up. I'd like to sign up. There are times that I'm one of the, I feel I do a great job as a Sonny, and sometimes, like anything else, sometimes I fall short of the chosen idea. But that's just part of being human, you know. And my fellow Sonnies know that, that I think the world of each and every one of them. As a matter of fact, Ms. Kelly actually introduced me to several other Sonnies, and because of Ms. Kelly introducing me to several other Sonnies, I've got a great deal of support. And, and I don't even remember how I found Miss Kelly's channel. I honestly think that, oh, thank you, Miss Kelly. I'll tell you a funny story. I think if I remember correctly, I was just going through live streams and Miss Kelly was actually live. And I went over to her channel, and the next thing you know, I'm like, there are some awesome people in here. I mean, just the positive vibes and everything. And I don't remember what we were talking about that night, but I just, I jumped in and I'm like, I had a great time, met a lot of people and a lot of wonderful people. And, and through Miss Kelly, like I said, I met, got onto the channel, Let's Talk About It with Jamie, and before I knew it, going over to everybody's channels, and I mean, I'm having a great time, as a member of the Sonnies. I'm having a great time. And so if you've not checked out, the Sonnies, all of us Sonnies here on YouTube, you're kind of missing out. I mean, there's a lot of wonderful people. I think it's about time for us Sonnies to break into that $5 challenge, Dollar Tree challenge, $5 for a meal. And of course, I'll have to do the dinner for two on that. And I know I could do it. I know I could do it. Already did the dinner, the $10 meal. I think it's time us, Sonnies get back in there and knock that out of the park. I know we could do something amazing. I know we can. Do a meal, do like a $5 meal. Oh man, I know we got that. Already got a great idea. And blow everyone's socks off. Guaranteed. So the challenge is on. I'm throwing the challenge out here, right here on the Prince Magnum channel. Right. I already got an idea, and I know it'll knock the socks off of, of anything that I've done in the past, but, a $5 challenge, I mean, that's solid gold. Okay. That's solid gold right there. And, my channel's a DIY channel anyway, so it just makes sense. But I love doing the dinner for two thing. course, now I'm going to have, I love lemonade. I love lemonade. Um, Maybe sometime I'm going to have to show how to make my famous homemade lemonade. Um, that takes time. It takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of lemons. I love doing it though. Good point. Um, oh, I'll tell you right now. Um, the Sunnies, I love when we get a chance to do our nightly chats because I end up learning so much about my fellow Sunnies. And Henri, Mr. Cartoon. No, 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 we don't use but uh I can make an amazing sweet tea. Um of course I also make like I said, I make an amazing lemonade. Telling you, nothing like it. You got to use a potato masher. Got to use a potato masher. I don't think Zelda even noticed the camera. She was too busy playing hard. Today, little Zelda did something it was actually kind of funny. She grabbed hold that one little toy I was using that had the tails on it. She grabbed hold of it. What's going on, V? It's good to see you, buddy. She grabbed hold of that tail and started dragging it around the apartment, growling at it. It was hilarious. I'm like, are you gonna kill that thing or something? What the hell? And if we tried to take it and get her to play, oh, she'd about to attack us. I will actually make my own sugar syrup to put in iced tea. It's really the best way to do it, and you have to do it to taste. Um, it's a possibility, but I mean, she was dragging that toy around and just. I'm like, oh my gosh. Real quick, Viable Solutions, absolutely an amazing guy. He sent me some footage of his setup, and I'm like, dang, man, that is a serious setup, V. Serious setup. That's when you go full bore, okay? I'm pretty sure NASA could use that setup. Gosh, dang, V. Dang, man. Oh, it's not even finished? What the dang, V. That's a nice, I'm telling you, that's a nice setup. Ah, sometimes they do. Sometimes they do. Um, just depends on their mood. Well, today in today's cooking live, as soon as I finish the my smoke, in today's cooking live, I'm going to be using homemade bread. What is that? 3 monitors? Good God, V! Dang, man, that's a nice setup though. That probably cost you a small fortune. Like I said, NASA could probably use that setup. Dang, man. Maybe one day I'll have enough money I can afford maybe an Origin PC or something like that. Good man, I'd dig that, you know. Have to go full custom on it. Good God, V. Whew. That's some money in that now. Dang, man. Yeah, if y'all haven't followed V, he's a good guy. He's another one that I'd like to get in the Sunnies too. He's another one, just really a cheerful personality. He'll razz me through the whole live stream, but I'll tell you what, he's one of the nicest guys I know. Don't let him fool you. Really? Well, I do have an Alienware laptop, and That's what's up. I do have an Alienware. It does need some TLC. I think it's got some years on it now. It's probably like maybe 5 years old, and I think one of the fans is wearing out in it. And I downloaded Steam a while back, but it keeps causing me problems when I'm working on stuff. And some of my previous stuff from my previous computer, when I moved it over, it's been having a hard time with that too. So I've been having some issues with it, but a lot of it is just trying to, coax it into, getting everything updated to what it likes. So that's been the big problem. Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that. Now I'm beginning to see it. And I'd hate to give up that one game that I've been enjoying on it. I'll be straight up honest. I got one of those dirty games from Steam, and it's actually a lot of fun. But if you don't mind games about furries, if you don't mind that, it's a pretty cool game. Um, I'd never be able to stream it, but it's still a pretty cool game. um, so, alrighty. Again, we're going to be cooking with a fresh loaf of bread that I today. So this is not like day old stuff, okay? And this is real bread, all right? Not a joke. I cooked it up. I baked it up, I should say. And it's really, you've all seen the two different styles of loaf bread, and this will be no exception to the rule. So we're definitely going to be getting into this. Again, my recipe is really simple. It's based on the straight dough method, but there's a few extra steps involved. Basically, I take a pound of wheat flour, and here in the near future, we are going to experiment with trying all-purpose flour because I'll be absolutely honest with you. Um, if you're like me and you're, right. Um, if you're like me and you live in an apartment complex, spatial problems are a thing. So because of this, it just makes sense to me to go ahead and, if you will, if I can use all-purpose flour, I will, because it's one less thing I got to keep on the shelf. And once that bread, if the all-purpose flour makes a really good loaf of bread, then I will definitely start using all-purpose flour for my bread loaves. But I have been using regular bread flour, but I get the kind that's specifically designed for bread machines because gluten structure. Now, for those of you out there, who have like an allergic reaction to gluten, eventually I'll look into doing some with rice flour. All right, but for right now, that's what we're using. But it's one of those things, we're not there yet. Again, my recipe is real simple. It's 1 pound of bread flour, 16 ounces, by weight. And when I say by weight, I'm not kidding. I break out a digital scale for it. Now that I've said that, and then I go with about 11 ounces of just regular filtered bottled water. It's not distilled. Distilled is a little too molecular, squeaky clean. So it doesn't work well for cooking for me. Okay. So I just go with regular bottled water. Then, V, you ornery cuss. Then, it's a teaspoon of instant or active dry yeast. And as a matter of fact, I even got here, I'll show you. Um, right now, there's been a shortage. There's a lot of people that do. There's a lot of people that do. I'm one of them, okay? But this is what I actually use. Hashtag not sponsored. But a teaspoon of the, instant yeast. B. See what I mean by he razzes me the whole time? 2 teaspoons of salt, usually either A, kosher salt, or B, I'll go with pink Himalayan, which I've been using pink Himalayan a lot lately, and a total of 2 teaspoons of honey. Honey is it likes to attract moisture, which slows down staling. What's going on, Jamie? It's good to see you. For those who don't know, Miss Jamie is one of the sweetest Sunnies, and along with her and Miss Kelly, they really, in a lot of ways, they are the heart and soul of the Sunnies, and hands down, bar none. And just can't say enough good about those two very wonderful ladies. They're just absolutely sweet, and I'm very fortunate to be a part of such an amazing group. And those two ladies brought me in, when they threw that out. Ian's he's been off doing his own thing. He said hi to me this morning. Told him I was thinking of him, but Well, tonight I'm going to be making open face sandwiches, but we're going to do a couple of different types of I guess you could say protein to go with this. That's a good way of putting it. As a matter of fact, let me show you this morning's creation. This morning, I finished up baking up another loaf of bread, freshly baked for today. Okay. Started this after yesterday's stream, and very glad that I did it. Now, again, bread flour, water, yeast, salt, and honey. That's all this was, okay? That's all it is. If your bread looks like has ingredients on it that look like they belong on the back of the paint can, you've got the wrong type of bread. And we have what I like to call placebo bread here in the United States. And sometimes the ingredients list is downright disgusting. No eggs. You can, but I don't. I've not experimented with that yet. And I don't know how it would turn out with me using it, but I found that this works just fine. That's all it is. Other ingredients can come and go, but it's always going to, no milk. Yep, no milk. Yep. You're talking about other types of breads that are out there, and there's nothing wrong with that. Well, it does have it is a denser type of loaf of bread, but the type you're talking about, again, I've not experimented with those recipes yet. But we did do one where we swapped out a few of the ingredients and actually, believe it or not, the way this is made, it will take a while to stale out as long as you leave it intact. But it is dense. It is dense, which I will tell you right now, Princess Faye has already said, whatever we don't use in today's live stream will probably be gone before you know it, because she was dead set on that. But Princess Faye and I come from an older type of schooling here in the United States. When you mention this particular food, a lot of people get kind of like, oh, gross, and so we're going to get a history lesson with today's live stream. We're going to be using basically a generic spam, okay? Now, when I say spam, I'm not talking about what you get in your email, okay? I'm not talking about those weird comments that we get here on YouTube, and you're sitting like, what the I'm not talking about that type of spam. I'm talking about the real stuff. Sometimes it's called a luncheon loaf, okay? Which that's what we have here. Now that I've said that, I know some of you are sitting there going, oh, that's disgusting. It's made from this. It's made from that. Stop where you're at. Spam is actually pork shoulder, okay? It's leftover pork shoulder. Back during the Second World War, when our boys were over in Europe fighting against Nazi Germany and fighting against the fascist Italians, which, that's what we were doing, everything was in short supply. Remember, the United States had just come out of the Great Depression. As a matter of fact, when we went headstrong into World War II, As a matter of fact, the United States was still kind of in a roundabout way suffering from the Great Depression. So now that I've said that, there was, they had all this leftover pork shoulder because they were packing up, meats and everything else and sending it out to our boys that were on the front lines. So they had all this leftover pork shoulder. They didn't know what to do with it. And they brought in a professional chef, said, what can you do with this? He hawed about it for a while, and he developed what we know today as Spam. It's just pork shoulder. That's all it is. Now, today, most of the time, they will add in other types of meat. The one that we have today has had chicken added to it as well. So it's mostly chicken and pork, okay? And in order to get it to emulsify and stick together, they have to add fat, okay? But that's all it is, okay? This one has also had a smoke flavor added to it. Now, I actually know what a smoke flavor is. Basically, they'll burn wood, and as the smoke rises, they have a chimney that collects it, and then as it collects in the top of the kind of like this bowl, it drips down into a pan as the steam and everything cools, and it's liquid smoke. And anybody can make it. Anybody can make it. They don't have to buy it. Anybody can make it. So that is one of the things that we are going to be doing today. Along with that, I'm also going to be making up bacon. Everybody loves bacon. So we're going to have, basically with one set of sandwiches, it's going to be Spam. The other set for open face is going to be bacon. So that's where we stand. Along with that, I'll be grating up cheese. And this is just kind of a generic monster that you can get off the shelf just about anywhere. So, y'all with me here? Goodness gracious, that's a lot to be said in one particular stream. Now, real quick before I forget, if you don't like any of these things, try scram. Yep. You're dead on. Spam, ham, they rhyme. That's how it came to be. Okay? And again, pretty much this top, that was actually a thing that existed. They started in the war. So today's Spam, it really hasn't changed all that much. And for the record, over in the Philippines, it is still a very popular food. And in Hawaii, they have their own version of sushi. And to top off their sushi, this is what they use. And that's in Hawaii. Okay, so that's a lot to take in. So we're going to do an open face spam sandwiches, bacon sandwiches, and if you want something a little bit different, something that kind of dates back to the United States' early colonial days, try what they called buttered eggs, which was actually our modern day scrambled eggs. Maybe sometime we'll have to do that again. I started to do that. I think I actually did that in one live stream, but we'll have to do it with homemade bread because that's how the early colonists here in the United States would have done it themselves all the way back in the 1700s. And it's actually really good because, I've actually made some. Princess Faye loved it. Absolutely loved it. And if you don't feel like, cleaning eating utensils, open face sandwiches are fucking awesome with homemade bread. All right. Yeah, I said it. All right. So before I get yap a little bit too much longer, because I will talk this stream to death, I'm going to grab me hard-boiled eggs. I love hard-boiled eggs. Hard-boiled eggs is like the perfect road food. As a matter of fact, if Princess Faye and I are taking a super long trip, more than a couple hours, I will actually hard-boil some eggs, crack them, and then put them inside of a tub, and that's part of our lunch. It's perfect. What's going on, Harold? Welcome to the live stream. Another DIY live stream. This is going to be a great one. All right. I have been looking forward to this one for a minute. So, for the first part of this, I'm going to grab out my cast iron skillet. One of them. We're going to be using two different cast iron skillets in this stream. I'm going to move y'all around a little bit so y'all can see what it is that I'm tearing up over here. Remember, folks, if you're not tearing anything up, you're not working. There we go. My day is fantastic. I have spent, I'm going to tell y'all something. I have done diddly squat other than my live streams for the last few days, and I have enjoyed every damn bit of it. I've had 3 days off from work. Shoot, that's the first time I've had that many days off in a long time. I think last year when I took vacation was about the last time, and I took it around my birthday. This year I'll be taking it around September. Prince Magnum loves some orange soda every now and again too. All right, I'm gonna grab my kitchen scissors, and for part of this stream, we're gonna be using the big cast iron, this bad boy right here. Do not drop this on your foot, or you're gonna have some broken toes. And we're gonna grab out some bacon. All right. Alrighty, and we're going to need to make this bacon sandwich size, so we're going to lay it out in our cast iron skillet after cutting it, just like that. And do yourself a favor, okay? I know some of you might be saying, are you about to do this on the cooktop? The answer is no. If you do bacon, do it in the oven. If anybody has ever tried to do bacon on a cooktop, you know that it makes a giant mess. So please do not do that to yourself. It's an absolute nightmare. And since we're going to be using, basically putting this inside the oven, you want a vessel that'll catch any of the drippings and everything like that. And afterwards, you guys will see something a little unorthodox, but it is really, really, trust me when I say, it'll look unorthodox, but if you go back in your history, it'll make sense. The hard part, figuring out how to make it all fit. Make it all fit. So for all of our bacon lovers, this is definitely your stream. All right, we're going to maneuver everything around so everything will fit in the pan. Normally, I also do this on a cooling rack, on top of a half sheet pan. I know there's a lot of bacon lovers right now going absolutely bonkers right now. All right. I think let's see. Need to fit in one more. One more. This will make a couple of different sandwiches. And again, Princess Faye absolutely loves dear old Prince Magnum's homemade bread. Trust me when I say she loves homemade bread, which that is this right here. Fresh out of the oven this afternoon. All right. So the next part of this, we're going to take our cast iron skillet, put it inside the oven. Now, from here, we're going to set a timer. As soon as I find the button. Oh, there it is. Set a timer for 15 minutes, but we will not start that timer. We're going to turn our oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. For those of you across the pond, I'll let you guys do the math. Normally, I have that available, but I forgot. And we still got a little bit of bacon left over for another episode. Now, from here, I'm going to move some crap out of the way. I'm going to grab my cutting board. And this is the generic Munster cheese that I was talking about. This is actually really decent stuff. And I say it's generic, but it's really not that bad. No, we're not using that. Princess Faye, we need better plastic baggies. That just did not. Oh, you're baking? There you go. What's that? You're baking pigs. All righty. Well, what I thought we were going to use, we ain't using. Okay? We're going to go ahead and use some medium cheddar cheese. You could use sharp, you can use mild, whatever you like to use as far as cheese goes, but make sure that it's a semi-soft like this for cheese, because that's going to be the best for grating. Box grater, okay? Box grater. 4 sides. Going to be one of the most stable. That's the best way to do it. All right. And real quick, since I do believe it's mostly adults in here, I will go ahead and say something that I had said to an ex one time. This was back during my drinking days. So for those of you who like to hear those old drinking stories of what I was like before, I got ticked off in an ex one time. And I said to her in my anger, I got pissed off and said, you know, dealing with you is like masturbating with a cheese grater. Slightly amusing, but mostly painful. She got pissed off at me. I mean, she wouldn't talk to me for a little while. I don't know what I did wrong. Yeah, I totally said that. I totally said that. I'm waiting to see what Queen's response to that is. She'll probably say, I cannot believe you. Yeah, Harold, you're all right, buddy. Okay. Well, we're just going to have to rock and roll with this. All righty. Yeah, that's an old story. I got ticked off at her and said that. And for the record, you know, when you're bored at night, I did clean. I was wondering what you were going to say to that. Yeah, I totally said that. Not one of my finer moments. Hey, what's going on, Carla? Welcome to Live. We're doing open face sandwiches today. That's what's up. There's another one we need in the Sunnies, Miss Carla. She'd make a perfect Sunny. Absolutely a sweet gal, too. All righty. We need more people in the Sunnies. Poor Harold's trying to take that one in. Well, I'm serious. I wasn't always the nicest person back in the day. When I was still drinking, oh, I was a jerk, to say the least. All right. So there we go. We got our cheese all shredded up. All right. Moderators, guess who's back? Take care of business for me. Take care of my light work, if you will. All righty. So there we go. We got our shredded cheese. Hey, it's not always how it looks. It's how it tastes. It's how it tastes. And again, we did a nice homemade loaf of bread this morning. There we go. Let's set that aside. What's going on, Retro? Ooh, ouch. Yeah. All right, so we're going to set this aside, throw this in the fridge. Very old-fashioned way. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Good way of putting it. All righty. So now we've got that going. We got our bacon in the oven, all right? I know y'all are wondering, what does it look like on the inside of this? What does it look like? Raw. Fresh baked bread. Still soft. No, it looked like it was about to turn ugly. But hey, you know. But there you go. Check that out. Fresh baked bread as of this morning. Good stuff. All right. Oh, yeah. Now real quick, I'm going to take a moment here and talk about that video. Now I know some of you are saying, well, that was the copyright thing, Your piece? Okay, it's right there. Front door's open. All right. One of these times she's actually going to show up. But real quick. All right. What's going on, Mystical? Getting ready to do some open face sandwiches tonight. Open face sandwiches. Now, real quick. When I did the Queen Bee's birthday video, which it was fun. And real quick, retro, that was actually the equipment that you sent. Unfortunately, it doesn't sync up to the computer, but it does capture some amazing stuff that I can edit and do some amazing stuff with. So it worked out in that regard. And there's a lot of game theories that I need to go over on Legend of Zelda. Some stuff that most people have forgotten. But anyhow. So we got some awesome people in here. We've got Mystical Dorcas. My goodness, we got a crowd in here. That's what's up. Real quick, again, for those of you who are just joining us, fresh baked bread, the real stuff. Yeah, Prince Magnum's getting into baking now. Princess Faye's gonna kill me. All righty. Yep, fresh baked bread. Let me turn the camera. V. There you go. The real stuff. I am doing fantabulous. I am doing fantastic. We're going to set this loaf of bread aside again. It smells amazing too. Oh, there you go. That does sound good. All righty. Oh, need some button. Yep. All righty. Again, we're going to be cracking out. And we talked about this earlier in the stream, so if you missed it, we're going to go over it again really quick. Super quick. Like, super service. For those... Gold star to whoever figures out where that line came from. Gold star to whoever figured that out. All right, Chairman. Well, I'm glad you came by. For those who have not had a chance to check out the Chairman's channel, really awesome channel. I haven't got over there in a little while, but believe me when I say he does amazing work. They're short videos, so they're real easy to watch. You know, sometimes some of us out there, we don't stick around long enough in a video, in recorded content. We have that nasty habit of just taking off. Well, his videos are short. And If you're not checked out the chairman, be sure to do so. All right, real quick, again, for those who do not know, we're using a generic Spam. And if you don't know what Spam is, again, all it really is, pork shoulder. All right. This particular sort of thing dates all the way back. I'm not likely to burn down the house. I'm more likely to slice a finger off. Now, we will be grilling up every last piece of this. Hey, what's going on? Street Loco. I don't know if I've ever seen you before. Well, welcome to the live stream. Here we go. Oh, I know it. I know it. Oh, no, Mystical. You go right on ahead and rest up. I understand. You just take care of you, okay? There you go. Well, this one is just the smoky flavored is all it is. Just the smoky flavored. Now, this one does have both pork and chicken in. That's what's up. Thank you, Street Loco. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Could someone grab Street Loco's grab his YouTube channel? All right, Mystical. I'll see you. I'll see you. If you grab Street Loco's channel, drop the link in the chat for me if y'all get a moment. Any one of my moderators usually pretty solid at that. They're good people. Good people. Hey, anytime. I appreciate you coming in, hanging with us as we continue to do open face sandwiches with none other than homemade bread. There you go. Homemade bread. There you go. Oh, no, I want the link to be dropped so we can get over there and support them. That's what I was asking about. All right. Now, anytime I do any cooking like this, there you go. Thank you, Retro. All righty. While we're waiting for this to warm up, again, grill your Spam. My stepmom, who I love her to pieces, don't get me wrong, she'll take it out of the can, slice it up just like this, and start slapping it on bread. It's like, no, you might want to grill it. I mean, you can, but yeah. No. Don't do it that way. That's disgusto. All right. And on top of that, there you go. There you go. And if you're doing it that way, make sure what you do, if you follow someone, you go there, leave a comment saying, hey, I liked your video. And I joined, I decided to support you or something like that. Watch 2 minutes of it, or as much as you can, but at least try to watch 2 minutes and leave a comment about the video. Then, there you go, and you leave a like. YouTube doesn't throw too much a fit about that. Then what happens from there is that's how they'll know Street Loco can get over there and kind of take a look-see in there. There you go, 10 minutes. That's a good number too. Oh, there was the timer for our bacon that's inside the oven. So we're going to start that now. Now, even though this bacon is pretty fatty, I will also tell you, watch it anyways, okay? Because once the fat cooks out of that bacon, it will burn fast. So watch yourself on that, okay? Make sure that you keep a close eye on it. That's why I reached over here, turned that on. What's going on, Mikey G? Mikey G's here. Alrighty, let's grill up some Spam. And I'm not talking about what you get in the email. Ooh, that does sound nice. Alrighty, so we got Spam cooking, our bacon's going, fresh baked bread over there. We've got shredded cheese. And for a knucklehead like me, there's even hot sauce. Folks, it's about as easy as it gets, other than the bread. Oh, no, Mikey G, you're just in time for supper. You're just in time. I tell you like I told Queen Bee, front door's open. You're in time for supper. Oh, here he goes. Here he goes. He's giving me grief. He's giving me grief. For those that don't know, Viable Solutions, he always gives me a hard way to go in my cooking lives. I wouldn't have it any other way. He's got to give me grief. If he doesn't give me grief, I think he's mad at me. I'm not kidding you. He's got to give me grief. It just kind of goes with the territory. He's kind of like one of those really nice trolls. You love them, you know. Real quick, Viable Solutions. Make sure to drop the link to your channel in here so we can all get over there and see you. All right. Oh, hey. It's all about looking out for each other, especially those of us in the content creator community. YouTube's kind of killing their own fan, killing their own community right now. So it's up to us to keep building it and keep it growing. So it's up to the community, So get to know one another. Network. That's it. If you're good at something, don't do it for free. There we go. That's what's up. That's what's up. There you go. Get your links out there. And again, if you've got a blue wrench, make sure that you are, without a question, dropping the links, especially if you got a blue wrench. All right? Make sure you get that link. And if you know somebody who needs support, grab their link and drop it in here too. That's how we support one another. There you go. That's what's up. Network. All righty. Again, this is open face sandwiches. If you're not a big fan of something like this, try cold cuts, or one of my personal favorites, I also like to do scrambled eggs. Thank you. I appreciate that. A lot of hard work goes into this. A lot of hard work. Believe it or not, it does. I haven't had a chance to check it out there, Chairman. I haven't had a chance to take a look at it yet. I've been busy as hell. Believe it or not, even though I haven't done a whole lot, I have been working on the channel. I do have... There you go. Thank you, Queen. All righty. There you go. There you go. All of us getting out there, networking, getting to know one another. See, that's what's up. That's the positive vibes I like to see here on the channel. Again, we're cooking up Spam. Now, I know a lot of you out there, what is Spam? What is Spam? Again, for those that do not know, Spam, all it really is, pork shoulder. That's it. So you even got a history lesson today. Leftover, this is something that came out during the war, the Second World War, that is. Who says good things can't come from warfare, right? Right? That's what's up. All right. It's getting close to the way I like it. I like a nice crispy outside, kind of buttery interior on my Spam. And real quick, while we're at this stage, let me show you guys something. All right. If you see the little flecks in there, that's just fat, okay? And with high heat, like we got going with our cast iron skillet, it'll cook right out. Don't worry about it, okay? Wow, that is amazing. Superman. Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about, Retro. Another nice guy. I need to get over and see him. Thank you, Retro. Another great guy here on YouTube. And I'll tell you another guy. I try to get over and see him as often as possible. Absolutely fantastic guy. And that's old T-Belly. That's how I met Retro Brady. Was, I believe, through the T-Belly channel. And Mr. T. Belmont, one of the nicest guys you'll meet here on YouTube. Absolutely amazing guy. Y'all want to take care of business for me? I don't have trolls. I have stalkers. Yeah, I said that. I don't get trolls. I get stalkers. And the worst of it is the police is now involved with this guy. And I can't even use all the amazing one-liners I had ready for him because the police are getting ready to, they're waiting for the screenshots and everything so they can begin talking to, basically filing. Hey, honey. Basically getting ready to make that file where they actually file a subpoena with Google, and Google's got to cough up the information. There you go. Yeah, from here, I'm not even allowed to say anymore. Oh my gosh. There you go. Super mega retro dudes. Yes. Be sure to hang on. I know who that is. All right, super mega retro dudes. Make sure you drop. Make sure that you drop. Okay, honey, I'll take care of you when you get home. You know that. I know exactly what to do for her. There you go. Check that out. Open face. I'll take good care of her as soon as she gets home. That's what's up. There you go. I'm going to turn that off. Ta-da! Yeah. Princess Faye gets these every now and again. But don't worry, I usually take care of her. And as soon as she gets home, I got just the thing. Got just the thing. She has to call me, though, before she leaves so I can get everything together. You know what? It won't need the full 15. Pudding Pops? That does sound good. You know you can make those yourself, right? All righty. Love you too, baby. I miss you. Listen at you, B. Oh, this is the time to go ahead and get out your spring-loaded tongs. Okay, spring-loaded tongs. These work in a pinch. Again, for all of you bacon lovers out there, ta-da! There we go. Now, there is some bacon drippings left in this pan. Do not throw it out. Get yourself a jar and collect it. I know that sounds weird, but again, we're back to a little bit of history. Prior to the Second World War, here in the United States, bacon drippings was the #1 cooking fat. And I found that bacon drippings, you can make an amazing, not a joke, an absolutely amazing bacon flavored vinaigrette. So again, we're back to, if you are a bacon lover, why would you throw out the good stuff? You don't. You can also add this to whenever you're doing homemade popcorn. Add this. Add a teaspoon of this to your popcorn popper as a cooking medium. You know, here I'll show you what I'm talking about. We have an actual whirly pop. Okay. Basically, you put this on the cooktop, turn this handle back here, and it stirs around the popcorn. When the popping comes to almost a stop, you're done. You take it off the heat. Now, add a teaspoon of bacon drippings to your popcorn inside of here, along with a teaspoon of kosher salt and 1 cup of actual loose popcorn. Put this on the cooktop and turn. Absolutely amazing. Tastes just like bacon. So you have bacon flavored popcorn. Maybe sometime I'll have to show you guys that. That's what's up. That's what's up. So now we have our Spam right here. We have our bacon right here. Let's now go ahead, grab us a plate. Let's whip this up. All right. Let's get this dirty stuff out of my way. Here. I'm telling you, these work in a pinch. Take and lay down one of these, just like that. All right. Grab a slab of Spam, lay it on, just like that. Then we get our shredded cheese from earlier. And of course, because I like a little bit of spice with my food, hot sauce. I'm going to take and sprinkle on some freshly grated cheese. Just like that. Doesn't matter if a little bit falls off. Add a little bit of hot sauce to it. Or not. I'll set y'all right here so you can see a little bit better. Not the prettiest, but how's it taste? That's good. Oh, yeah. That's really good. And this is what Princess Faye gets to come home to tonight for supper. This is what she gets to enjoy for tonight. Easy to make, And it's not that much of a cleanup, really. I mean, it's really not, it looks like it is, but it's really not going to be that much of a cleanup. So it's going to be ridiculously easy to do. It's good stuff. So what do you guys think? Pretty cool, huh? I mean, it doesn't look the greatest to me, but it tastes great. It tastes really good. Thank you, Carla. I appreciate that. My gosh. I'm gonna eat like a king tonight, I'm telling you. And again, a couple of cast iron skillets, and cast iron is easy to clean. It really is. Unless you put something in there like eggs. But you can cook eggs on there in cast iron. You just have to use a lot of fat. That's the honest to goodness truth. You just have to use a lot of fat. So if Princess Faye is like me, I can only eat so much Spam, but it's good. I like it. You'd eat that? It does. It tastes really good. But that's why I did the bacon, so she can eat as much as she wants. And again, fresh baked bread from this morning. I finished it up this afternoon, but technically I actually started this whole process. What kind of hot sauce? Just cheap hot sauce. Maybe sometime I'm going to actually have to make my own hot sauce. I do know how. I just haven't done it in a while, but I can do it. It's ridiculously easy. Just be absolutely honest with y'all. Sometimes I get lazy. I mean, it's the honest to goodness truth. Sometimes I get lazy and I just got to have the store bought. Okay. There you go. I love me too. I love hot sauce. Hot sauce is amazing. And again, that actually tastes really good. And of course, the bread is still nice and soft. Real quick, as long as you don't cut into that bread will stay nice and soft for at least a few days. The moment, I love hot sauce. I love hot sauce. But the moment you cut into it, the clock starts ticking, okay? That's where you get the day-old bread. Frank's hot sauce is good. But as long as you don't cut into that for a couple of days, it will hold up fine. Now, if you do find that type of bread, the homemade bread like we made here, does stale on you, about 20 seconds in the microwave, and it comes back to life, okay? But the moment it gets moldy, it's got to go, all right? So I have been doing the homemade bread thing, and I'll be absolutely honest with you. We're going to have to finish up that bicycle project soon, because if not, Prince Magnum's going to start porking up here, okay? I'm going to actually start packing on pounds, okay? And I do not feel good when I start packing on pounds. I do not feel good. So I'm going to have to start exercising a little bit more. I'm going to start packing on, pounds here, and that's not good. So exercise, folks, and proper portion control, if you're going to eat stuff like this. But it does taste good. Smells amazing. We're still working on that smell-o-vision for all of you here. Absolutely amazing. Really easy. Anybody can do this. I mean, it is that easy. And we can even put this under the broiler for a few moments and toast it if we want it. I'm feeling lazy. I'm not going to do it. Maybe sometime I might have to make up a loaf of homemade bread and make a Prince Magnum special bruschetta. Some bruschetta. I already hear Queen Bee going, ooh, that sounds nice. What is it? Basically, you make garlic, you turn it into garlic toast. You top it off with maybe a little, depending on what greenery you might use, the type of lettuce. I would consider maybe like romaine, shred it up nice and fine, put it on there. Top it off with some diced tomatoes and a little bit of Parmesan cheese, and that's all you need. And that's bruschetta. But you got to cut it on the bias. Yeah, there it is. Ooh. Is that a request? A request? Maybe make a bruschetta out of my homemade bread. Is that a request, everybody? Come on, Carl. I know you're here. Dude, shoot you. Come on, is that a request? I told you. Come on, Carla. Yeah, there it is. There it is. I know Carla's still here. Come on, Carla. You want me to do this one? You know I will. And again, my wife gets to eat like this all the time now. Why is it important that I go out of my way to make sure that she eats stuff like this? Again, we're back to a lot of foods here in the United States have some nasty stuff in it. If it's homemade, I know what's going into the food. So to me, that's important. And by making sure that my wife eats stuff, yeah, it may still be fattening, but at least I know the ingredients that went in there. And I know that her likelihood of us spending many quality years together is greatly, it increases that chance that we get to spend a quality of life together for many years to come. And that's the way I want it. I want to be able to spend as much time with my wife as possible. Come on, Harold, you want me to make bruschetta out of homemade bread some night? Come on, I know you're here. Had to have me some orange soda tonight. Come on, where's that request? The rest of the food. That's how you know you did it right, folks. That's how you know you did it right. We're back to the fact that, hey, how many times y'all hear me say it? Princess Faye's worth it. So I go out of my way to make sure that I give her the best possible food that I can. That's because, well, the love is still real for my wife. I love that woman more than you can imagine. So cooking for her, to me, it's a joy. It's a joy. I enjoy cooking for Princess Faye. I mean, I love that woman. Now I'm going to do something that Queen Bee's going to yell at me for. I'm going to have a cigarette. Yeah, Queen, I know. Quit smoking. She's going to try to reach through the phone and take the pack from me. She's giving me that look right now, too. So what do you guys think? Pretty cool stuff tonight, isn't it? And again, I mean, to cook. And how many times I got to also say, if by the end of this pandemic, you haven't got a new hustle or a new skill or something new like that, you wasted your time, especially if you had all the time in the world. Learn a new skill. I got to watch it. Work on that reach of vision. No, we got to worry about the smell-o-vision first for these cooking live streams. So I'll tell you what. Obviously, I've got to go pick up I've got garlic. I've got the oil to do it. Yeah. The only thing I need is to get some diced tomatoes. I already got some, so I even got a block of Parmesan cheese to grate up. Ooh, buddy. I'm telling you, I am going to have to make you guys some bruschetta to let you see that, and I'll have to do it with homemade bread. I'm thinking this next weekend might be the time to do it. Most definitely. Most definitely. That sounds like a plan, doesn't it? On top of that, there has been a challenge issued to all the Sunnies, and guess who issued the challenge? You're looking at the guy. $5 Dollar Tree challenge. If if you're a member of the Sunnies, or even if you're not, I'm tagging y'all right now. Every last one of you out here who might watch this, who's watching right now, or if you're watching the playback, $5. Create a meal, and it's got to taste good, but for $5. And you got to hit your local Dollar Tree for it. Solid gold content right there. Of course I did. That's solid gold content. They've been him-hawing about it for a while. Now I'm issuing the challenge. I'm issuing the challenge. Come on, guys. Let's show the public that DIY cooking is still a thing. That's what's up. Midnight Cool, I know you got some recipes up the sleeve. Come on. Oh my gosh. We might even end a little early tonight so I can go goof off. That's okay. How many are let's get a roll call here real quick. Like I said, we might end a little early tonight. We got our numbers in on this one. I know we did. And tomorrow, yeah, $5. $5 is your challenge. I'm going to do it for 2 people, okay? I will be doing my $5. There you go. Mike H. Mikey H. That's who's here. Oh, man. You've been lurky turkey, haven't you? Oh, man. That is a guy, I'm telling you right now, he was involved in getting me to do the makeup live streams. He was one. Oh, Joseph, tell him we said hi. You just came in. All right. Oh, no. I needed to know because we're going to shut down a little early, and I got a buddy right now who's streaming. Little Zelda's been hiding, but earlier she's had the zoomies all day, but she got into something kind of, I don't know what she got into, but she got into something, was playing, and she got filthy nasty, so we had to give her a bath. You know how this went. It was rough. But we got her all cleaned up, and she's been playing all day. She's been an ornery little cuss all day. I'd like to nab her up for you. That's the plan. He doesn't know. He actually poked in here the other night. Jammin' John, Mr. Sketch Scars himself, my old partner who actually taught me a great deal about networking. And through what he taught me, So give me a holler. How many of y'all are still in here? So we could go do a raid? Because this guy, if it hadn't been for this guy, I wouldn't have hooked up with all of you. I was still working small time, kind of in my own little neck of the woods, just trying to break out. And he was the one who really helped me break out. Jammin' John has been a major important. Let me finish this up. He just went live playing Rainbow Six. Okay. And he doesn't know. There you go. Give me a thumbs up. You still here? Thumbs up, big thumbs up. Well, you know what, Queen? We're going to fix that. I think Wednesday, I'm going to do a grow stream. We're going to do a grow stream. I think this Wednesday. And we're gonna get in here. We're gonna try to help everybody out as much as possible, meet some goals. There you go. All right, we got quite a few people here, so I'm feeling a raid coming on. Been a little while. It hadn't been that long since we did a raid last. Oh, real quick, Princess Faye got me this for my birthday. She got me this. She gave it to me early. Of course, she got me my my replica of the Master Sword. Well, it's a metal mug, but it's I got a thing for wood finish. I got a thing for wood finish. As a matter of fact, yeah, that was actually a birthday present. Mm. How you doing? For those that do not know, Hannah is my little sister. For those that do not know, Hannah's my little sister. There you go. Thank you, Harold. Remember, folks, if you know anybody who's got a YouTube channel that needs a shout out, needs some support, be sure to drop the link to their channel. And on top of that, if you yourself want to get some support, you got a blue wrench, drop the link. And for those that are in white, don't feel bad. Ask one of the moderators. I know they'll be glad to grab the link and drop it for you. It's perfectly okay. There's a lot of blue in here, though. Oh, we're gonna get ready to raid my friend Jam and John. The reason being is to remind him that he did a good job helping me out. Oh no, Queen, that's why I laughed. But I thought it'd be a good idea to raid him. The last time we raided Jam and John, he nearly burst into tears. And he's been having a rough way to go lately. As a matter of fact, his stepbrother, even though they don't talk much, his stepbrother actually was in the hospital, just got out. He was actually part of the pandemic. He actually was in the hospital over the pandemic. You know what he got? YouTube doesn't like us to mention it, but he had the Ronies, and he was laid up in the hospital. On top of that, Jam and John's been having some money issues, things like that. He's trying to get by. So he really needs, yeah. So he really needs a big boost right now. And I think if we all go over there and do a raid on him, yeah. So if we raid him, it'll make his day. But Harold, next, remind me on the next stream, if your boy is live, make sure that you drop the link so we could go over and raid him, okay? Make sure that we can, all right? But this one's kind of important to me. Jam and John was the one that helped me find all of you so you can find me. So if it hadn't been for his hard work, we wouldn't be, we wouldn't even be able to hardly do these live streams like this. He really shouted me out a big time and got me known in the community as well as he did. So Jam and John really deserves a lot of credit. And this one's kind of important to me, guys. So I think you can all understand this one. At least stick around for a couple minutes. I know I've got, if it hadn't been for him, you all wouldn't have, him and I were working together briefly. And he actually was staying with me last year for a little while. Some things kind of happened, and he moved out to back to his town. And I'll tell y'all, he's an amazing friend. If it hadn't been for him, I'm scared of the dark. Somebody hold me. If it hadn't been for him, we wouldn't even be having a lot of these conversations. Just be plain old ordinary edited content if it hadn't been for Jam and John. So this one's kind of important to me. So give me just a second so I can crack open the, So he's, so this one's kind of super important to me. I think you all can kind of understand. Like I said, Jam and John's been struggling with some money issues from his, where he's employed at. There we go. I got to turn on my other cellular device and watch it go berserk because a lot of y'all send me some really neat stuff. Well, hello, Galaxy. Hello, Galaxy. How are you, sweetie? You guys want to see a beautiful black cat? Right here. Isn't she gorgeous? Look at her. You pretty kitty. Working on a new Vine video? Okay, sis. Come on, open up. There we go. That's Galaxy. She's a beautiful black cat. I think black cats don't get enough love. Where I live, we have a lot of people who are very superstitious, and they're very superstitious, and they'll kill a black cat just for fun. It's horrible, horrible what they do. Wednesday. Ooh. All right, sis. Hang on a second here. Galaxy, you're killing me, Smalls. Takes a few moments for this old phone. Right? There you go. So my little sister's starting to doing some vines on YouTube. She actually used one of my bits, and it's really funny. And yeah, my little sister's starting to get into YouTube. Why not? She got a heck of a sense of humor. She asked her to have a family like mine. Shh. What's going on, Gavin John? We're getting ready to wind it down for the night. Oh, he's playing, see what he's doing here. We're getting ready to do a raid, honey. I just said he was live. Unless his internet crashed again. That guy's... Oh, well. Well, I guess he's not live after all now. Well, dang it. I thought it just said he went live. Huh. Oh, but dang. Weird. Okay. Let's see. Any of the... What's that, honey? I'll call you as soon as I'm done, all right? Let's see. Who else is live still? Besides me. Who's live right now? What's going on, Gavin John? My goodness. Well, there we go. There we go. Here's a familiar face for a lot of us in the who enjoy the gaming scene. Shh! Don't tell her. We're gonna surprise her. Okay. Come on. Copy the link. This is another friend of mine here on YouTube who could use some support. So let's come over here. I have the link. Wait a minute. Did Jam and John just go live again? There it is. All right. Jam and John just went live. Okay. Let's see if he got everything figured out. Yes, he's live. Okay, perfect. All right. So this is an important one, guys. Very important. We had to wait for this, but oh, is Haggis live? That's right, he is. Dang. Dang. We might have to do a double raid. A double raid. Okay. Let's do a double. You guys want to do 2 raids tonight? We could do 2 raids. The first one, I want you all to go over there. Big shout out to Jammin' John, Mr. Sketch Scars himself. He's the guy who helped me find you all. So we're gonna go over there, and we're gonna surprise him, and then we're gonna draw. Simon, could you grab Haggis's live stream? And we're after a couple of minutes, we're gonna come back here. There you go. And then we'll come back here, and then we'll go over to Haggis's live stream. Haggis is one of the Sonnies, but we need to go over there real quick and just shout at. He's going to freak out. I'm actually going to have the audio up for this. Okay. There we go. He hit 1K? That's what's up. All right, let's run over to Jammin' John's stream. I'll see y'all back here in a couple. Remember, Maverick Nation Raid. Maverick Nation Raid. So everyone come back immediately. Let's see if he notices. It's going to be so funny. Oh my gosh. Let's see how he reacts. Yeah, he might have stepped away for a moment. He's gonna freaking flip in a second. Then we'll go over to Haggis's. It's going to be funny. He's about to look. Yeah, get the hype going. Get the hype going now. He's he's going to actually jam out. He's going to grab his guitar and jam for us. Check it out. Now you see why I call him Jammin' John. That's what's up. Told you guys. This is what I wanted him to see. He's absolutely going nuts. I know he's really good. Guy's got a lot of talent. A lot of talent. Um, he's actually got one night. Him and I were both on. We were doing karaoke, and everyone's like, "Man, I'm glad you brought this guy in. He's really good. He's an amazing singer too. Very, really good with his metal. Just an amazing metal singer." We'll get over to Haggis in just a few. Yeah, he's got video on his channel where we were, where he was on stage, and then later on I was on stage. It just went back and forth. It was amazing. Told you, he's good. All right, and we'll sneak over and see Haggis. Unbelievable. Yeah, he's amazing talent, and why he's never been noticed before, it blows my mind. Night, Chairman. Now you see why I call him Jammin' John. Told you, he's good. Okay, Mikey G. We're gonna do a second raid here in just a moment. Told you. All right. As soon as you all get back, we're gonna go raid Haggis next. Okay? We're gonna go raid Haggis next. Which Simon dropped the link. Thank you, Simon, for dropping the link so we can get over there and Haggis just hit 1K today. He hit 1K today. It's all good, brother. It's all good. Told you. You guys like? See what I mean? He's good, isn't he? All right, I'm gonna slide out of here. I hate to leave because man, he because he's putting on a show for you guys because we rated him. That's what he's really putting on a show for you guys. His way of saying thank you. Because I always call him Jammin' John because he loves music so much. That's where it came from. He is in the zone right now. This is his way of saying thank you to all of us for coming in. And again, if it hadn't been for this guy, if it hadn't been for Jammin' John, I wouldn't have found all of you, and you guys wouldn't have found me so easily. So this guy's been super important. Yeah, he's putting on a show for us right now. Yeah, he's showing off right now, big time. There you go. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and shut the stream down here. All of us meet over there in Haggis's stream. I'll see you all there, okay? That brings us to our usual spot. As always, everyone out there, get out there and work on a project. I don't care what it is. Just do something with yourself. Remember, idle hands and a creative mind go together like oil and water. If you have a sweetheart, sweep them off their feet. Do something special for them today. And as always, for all of you out there, if no one out there has told any of you that they love you today, oh, real quick, Mike, it's up. Just scroll up the chat a little bit. It's right there. Simon posted it already. But as always, if no one out there has told any of you that they love you today, Prince Magnum does. God bless you and have a happy 24. Thank you.